Today we're going to be making pecan cookies. The How Can It Be Gluten-Free Cookbook from America's Test Kitchen. It is on page 226, but it is not pecan cookies. It is called Pignoli. I'm not going to try and say it, just know that that's what it is. They use almonds and they process the almonds. I'm going to process pecans and follow the same recipe. Okay, it takes 2 cups in the book of almonds, but I'm using pecans. These are pecan pieces that Tanner Pecan sent us for Christmas. So Tanner Pecan Company has been a great source of pecans for us. You put your nuts, whichever kind you want to do, in the food processor. You add 1 cup of sugar. This is organic brown sugar, and I usually don't use quite a cup. I usually use about 3/4, but it calls for a cup. You take and blend this for just a few times. If you have whole pecans, it's going to take a little longer. These are pieces. If you have whole almonds, whatever, it's going to take more time. I have used the coarse ground pecan meal. I've used the coarse ground almond meal, and you can use the flour, almond flour, but the almond meal that's kind of coarse makes excellent cookies. Alright, this is what the mixture will look like. We're going to put it in a bowl and add eggs. Okay, it calls for 2 egg whites. So you have to separate your egg whites. And we're going to add this. This is all the liquid you need to these cookies. Okay, we have our pecans and sugar, and we add egg whites, and we mix. It's that simple. And all you're doing is forming a cookie dough type substance. If it doesn't mix up really well, you can add 1 more egg white, and 1 more egg white if you need to, but usually 2 is more than enough. We have the oven preheated at 375, and once you're sure that everything is moist and you don't have any powdery substance anymore, you take a spoonful, and it's going to have pieces of pecans, things like that. It's going to look like that, but that makes some of the best cookies. You don't have to add any nuts to this because it is already, that's all it is. It's nuts, sugar, and egg whites. Okay, I'm going to put these by spoonfuls here on parchment paper. Makes it easier when they cook. Whatever size spoonfuls you want. And they're going to look like this. I'm going to put them in the oven at 375 for about 13 to 15 minutes. You don't want to overcook them. At 15 minutes, take them out, let them sit for a few minutes, and they're absolutely delicious.
Oh, you made me some pecan cookies. These are my favorite cookies. I love pecan cookies. That's the best cookie in the world, right there.
So we're under construction inside, so I have to come outside to do any filming right now. And I wanted to tell you, our pecan cookies turned out great, as you can see. And I would like to tell you, if you're gluten-free, this is the book to have. This was a gift from Miss Kathleen about 3 months ago. This book has been a lifesaver. American Test Kitchen is a wonderful, wonderful thing, and it explains how things work and with gluten and how to change things to be gluten-free. They give you gluten-free flour mixtures and explain step by step why you can't do as you used to do when you cook. If you're new to a life-changing event that causes you to be gluten-free, or you've been gluten-free for years and a lot of the old recipes just won't work when you try it gluten-free, because that's what I've been doing, trying to flip recipes. It's trial and error. You may mess up something 2 or 3 times before you actually get it right. And if you're like me, sometimes you forget to write down exactly what you did at that point. This explains step by step how to mix something up, why you have to put it in a certain order and things like that. It is called the How Can It Be Gluten-Free Cookbook from America's Test Kitchen. Dan and I love that show. We used to watch it all the time when we had time to watch it. And I'm going to put a link below in the description so you can order this book. It's a must-have for anybody that's gluten-free. Thank you from Deep South Homestead.